All right, Static Shock versus Miles Morales. That's a good one. I was going to say Miles Morales, but then I thought about it. I don't know. I'm thinking Miles Morales, but something's telling me no, Static Shock. Because, I mean, we know the abilities of both of them. I mean, Death Battle's going to break down even more. Maybe I missed some stuff about him. But off the top, man, that's a tough one. Yes, with the Spidey sense, the agility of Miles Morales and all that, he's going to be a lot quicker than Static Shock. But the question is, can he get to him? Because... Static Shock can make a whole barrier around himself. And now Miles Morales got to figure out how to get in there and also dodge everything that Static Shock gives him. But the other abilities Miles Morales have as well. Oh, man, that's tough. Something in the back of my head said there's something that Static Shock has that would overpower Miles Morales. So I'm going to go with Static Shock. I could be wrong. That's a tough one right there.
Throughout the Earths of Marvel and DC Comics, there are hundreds, no thousands of superheroes saving the day.
Classic TV show
but
right
what
there.
if I told you there were even more across the multiverse?
Static Shock don't get enough credit for their animated show.
Miles Morales, the Spider-Man of Marvel's Earth number 1610.
Actually, I got a question on that. Would you put Static Shock up there with the Batman animated series, the Superman animated series, Spider-Man, X-Men? Let's just say those. Would you put Static Shock up there in that level? Would I? No, but it ain't far. Static Shock was very entertaining. Very entertaining. Very good. The Superman animated series, Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men, one of those were, those are the Mount Rushmore. Static Shock is not far, though. But what would y'all do? Would y'all put it up there with them?
The electric genius from DC's Dakotaverse. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
This is going to be an interesting battle. I don't really know, to be real with you. I'm just choosing because I always choose one before it starts. I don't know.
At first glance, the world of Earth 1610 isn't so different from our own.
When is the third one coming out?
You'll find Coca Soda instead.
Like, they're going to leave us with the cliffhanger. What was that, 2 years ago? Hey, they still have no trailer of the third one?
Price can cost $30,000 goddamn dollars.
But perhaps the greatest difference in this so-called ultimate
was that the real
universe
receipt?
was that Peter Parker, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, was dead.
Enter Miles Morales. He was your typical kid from Brooklyn and didn't have much to worry about except his overbearing mom and dad. Hey kid, appreciate your folks while you have them. You never know when they're gonna pull a surprise Uncle Ben.
Well, Miles spent most of his time with his more laid-back Uncle Aaron, who turned out to be a secret supercriminal.
Totally relatable. Anyway, during one of his heists into a secret lab, Aaron accidentally scooped up a spider. The next time Miles visited, the spider got loose and, you know what happens.
Miles, let's go.
This spider carried the genetic enhancing Oz
Way
formula.
different reaction
Yet
than
another
Peter.
attempt to recreate Captain America's infamous super soldier serum. It had previously transformed Peter Parker into the first Spider-Man.
Wait a minute, who came up with the idea to store the super serum in a friggin' spider?
Scientists can be weird sometimes.
Maybe next time put it in something that can't walk away. It's got 8 legs. That's like 4 times more walking power.
Sure. Either way, with his new powers, Miles donned red and black to become the ultimate Spider-Man.
As the newest spider lad on the block, he does whatever a spider can. He's super strong, super fast, and has the overpowered super radar, the spider sense.
After meeting Peter's Aunt May, Miles took up the classic web shooters, complete with multiple types of long to short range webbing.
Yet another tool that would be perfect for snagging a beer from the fridge.
That animation was top tier.
He was a teenager.
They should have won the Academy Award for that movie.
Right?
Just for animation
and also,
alone.
Like Peter, he can stick to walls. You know.
Well, just for that. I mean, not alone like you could add something else. No, the
Miles can
animation
control
was
his
enough
body's
for Academy
interatomic
Award.
attraction, essentially sticking to walls like a magnet. However, unlike Peter, this subatomic electron manipulation gave Miles a few extra moves of his own.
Yeah, the kid's got electric powers. He can zap people with a quick touch, fire off massive explosions,
Yeah, I love
and even
his
turn
moveset.
invisible. Wait, what's that got to do with
Peter
shocking
Parker,
people?
to me, is the better.
This
I love
Venom
him as
sting
a
can
better
even
character
take
for
out the
Spider-Man,
Ultimate
but
Universe's
moves,
Electro,
all the
being
abilities, I like Miles
literally made
Morales
of
better.
electricity. But Miles didn't just shock him, he disrupted Electro's own charge. Similar to a miswiring sending too much electricity in one direction and shorting out your computer when somebody forgot to plug it into the surge protector.
Wiz, you know I don't believe in protection for anything. It's going in raw.
Anyway, as the new Spider-Man, Miles obviously had a lot to live up to. After his Uncle Aaron died in front of him,
Ha! Told you somebody would pull a Ben!
Miles pushed past the heartache. He persisted, living up to Peter's ideals, and eventually stepped out of his shadow to be Spider-Man in a way only he could.
Oh yeah, what's up, Danger? He can blast apart a building-sized monster and survived being slammed around by the giant Cassie Lang. That's Ant-Man's daughter.
He's smart enough to hack military drones and quick enough
is
to destroy an
Ant-Man's daughter
alien
doing
device
fighting
in a
Spider-Man?
microsecond. Essentially, he
Was she
needed to
mind
open and
controlled, or
close
did she
a
turn to
portal
a
in an
villain?
impossibly short time frame to prevent an alien force from invading. It's a long story.
Point is, he's super fast. With his spider sense, he can react to things before they even happen. He's super tough, too. He even survived being caught in this giant super collider exploding.
Measuring the size of this hole using real-world maps of New York and solving for fragmentation, we know this explosion must have been equivalent to about 222 tons of TNT.
Sure, that's not technically canon to the comics, but guys, main series Spider-Man has done way crazier things. I mean, he has the same powers, and Miles has even beat the crap out of him. Classic Pete can bench press 130 tons, uses spider sense to dodge beams of light, and ripped apart Doc Ock's robo-arms, which once survived a 2-kiloton nuclear explosion. So I'd say the Super Collider feat checks out.
Unfortunately, Miles' electric powers can tire him out, and his spider sense does not protect him automatically, serving more as an alarm
so thinking
or
about
proximity
it, Static Shock
But
can
the youngins
overdrive
proved
him.
himself to be the best
and wear him
successor
down
a
with his
Spider-Man
electric
could ever
abilities.
want, and more. He even got pulled into the main Marvel timeline when they blew up the Ultimate Universe. Miles Morales is truly one of
What
the
the
greats.
heck? I did not know about that.
Wash the hands.
Dude, that animation was so good.
Despite growing up in the most crime-filled neighborhood of Dakota City, Virgil Hawkins was a pretty chill guy.
He spent his time playing D&D, reading comics, you know, typical nerd stuff. But he had one major problem, the classic sitcom bully. No teenage story is complete without it.
During school, he was frequently harassed by local gang leader Francis Stone. Virgil's only refuge was one of his few friends, Larry Wade.
Larry convinced Virgil there was only one way to get rid of Francis for good. Join his own gang and pack some heat. Things got, well, pretty intense, and Virgil wasn't having any of it. It was time to bail like DC Comics on their cinematic universe.
But the damage was already done. The police arrived and let loose a massive canister of what seemed to be tear gas, but wasn't.
Yeah, this grape-looking mist was actually some experimental shit. It was supposed to tag each gang member so the cops could track them down later, but it was actually laced with radioactive quantum juice, which killed almost everybody. I hate it when that happens.
Luckily, Virgil was one of the few who survived, but the quantum juice still had an effect.
You could say he was shocked to find out what it did.
Yes, he began to develop electromagnetic powers. Before this, Virgil always felt out of his league, but now he was in a league of his own and became the superhero Static.
I love the intro music.
Hell yeah! With these new powers, the guy was unstoppable. He could blow shit up with electric bolts quick as lightning, make explosion balls called Nova Bombs, and taser people with punches to the face.
Right, but he's not just good at shocking people. Static can alter the electron attraction of any object or surface. He can erect extremely durable electromagnetic force fields that block most attacks. He can even move metal around like a hip young Magneto.
And slip metal under his feet to take to the sky. His favorite ride is the Static Saucer, a giant frisbee that doubles as a shield and buzzsaw. Think about it, don't you wish your car could literally cut through traffic?
Obviously, turning superhuman overnight caught Virgil a bit off guard, but after a few speed bumps, he became a well-regarded superhero throughout the city of Dakota, even teaming up with fellow heroes like Icon and Rocket.
Icon and Rocket.
I loved the show
Come
when
on,
he met
where's
the Justice
Batman and
League.
Wonder
Yeah,
Woman?
Batman
Oh, I
specifically.
should mention that while Static is part of the DC universe, he did not start there. See, Static was originally created by Milestone Comics, which eventually merged with DC.
Huh.
Their characters, including Static,
didn't know
existed in
that.
an alternate timeline known as the Dakotaverse. Then a guy named Dharma gained cosmic power and accidentally blew everything up, sending Static into the main DC timeline. It's really not too complicated.
That's a way for them to just say, we want this
I've actually
Static
been
over
working on a
here.
device to peer into alternate timelines, but
We'll do it this
unfortunately
way.
it still needs...
Button! Well, now, old
But it
chap,
worked out for
what
him.
were we discussing
I
about
thought he
hour
was
to
always
go?
DC.
Oh, shite, don't you know? Let's figure out who got to win the fatality kerfuffle.
Yes, I'm mad as hops. Let's begin, my fellow Ultra Cupidarian.
I regret everything.
Oh, I do it again.
No! I'm sure that's fine.
Well, no matter the universe, Static was always one-upping himself. He learned how to see ultraviolet light and how to make people glow. Wait, what's that got to do with shocking people?
That would be his ability to detect bioelectric auras. Static can also create power-draining plasma coils, disrupt the electrical impulses of others, and empower or heal himself by draining energy from outside sources.
I didn't know he could heal
Literally
himself.
reattach his severed arm with shock power. I'm not even joking.
Dang. Yeah, I
Look
didn't know
at
that.
This. Since when could electricity do that?
Clearly, Static has a lot of power at his beck and call.
He can survive building-sized
I'm feeling more
colognes,
comfortable
lift
now
hundreds
choosing
of
Static
tons,
Shock.
and once turned this
It
huge
still could be
chunk
close,
of ice
but
into just a
I'm
couple
a lot more
seconds.
comfortable with
Based on the
Static.
size of the ice and the required change in temperature for such a feat, Static must have output energy equal to 180 tons of TNT.
He's quick enough to intercept lasers confirmed to be beams of actual light, which is pretty darn fast.
And in the cartoon, he actually shoved some quantum juice in some lockers and launched them out of orbit. These are typical school lockers, which can weigh up to 30 pounds each.
And fit approximately one nerd.
To throw 3 of these into space, they need to be moving nearly 3,000 times faster than sound, requiring a throwing force equal to 4 kilotons of TNT.
Damn! Okay, sure, that's not canon to the comics, but his electromagnetism could play tug of war with Superboy's telekinesis, which can lift 4 million tons. I'm not sure Static can go that far, but if he's anywhere
Hold
close,
on.
it's still higher than magnetism could play tug of war with Superboy's telekinesis, which can lift.
I had no idea Superboy had telekinesis. For real? This is my first time all these years knowing that. I used to always think Superboy was just a clone of Superman. You know, and he couldn't fly, right? Was that one of the things he couldn't do? No, he could fly. As you can tell, I didn't know much about her, but you know, when you see, I know Supergirl and she's like a clone of Superman, so I thought, well, she's not a clone. You know what I mean, though. Everything that Superman has, she has. So I just assumed that Superboy did the same thing. I had no idea he had telekinesis.
Tons of TNT.
Damn!
That's different.
Sure,
I gotta
that's
look
not
more into
canon
that.
to the comics, but his electromagnetism could play tug of war with Superboy's telekinesis, which can lift 4 million tons.
Had no
I'm not
idea. This
sure
is all
Static
these
can
years,
go
it's my
that
first time
far,
hearing
but
that.
if he's anywhere close, it's still higher than throwing some lockers around.
Though, despite Static's incredible power, insulators are his kryptonite, and he can run out of juice if he pushes himself too much.
But the guy's one of the coolest superheroes who rarely got his time to shine.
I mean,
Heck, he was good
Iron Man
enough
can
to
still
join
win.
the Justice League. I think even Virgil himself was shocked to see how cool he really was.
But I'm going with Static Shock still.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Whoa! Watch where you're aiming. I got places to be tomorrow. For real? You attack me! Well, I got more than one electric psychopath to check come in. Whoa, 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 whoa,
The hand-to-hand Static Shock's not winning that.
Me? Getting zapped? What's up with that? I call that persona touch. And I call this my taser punch.
That's pretty clever. That's really clever.
Stop sticking! Stop sticking! Whoa.
Spider sense ain't working as much as I thought it would.
Come on out, Spider Boy. Huh? No more flying deep in space. Huh? Shoot! With my ride, charge on your motor.
I was about to say he should have done that earlier when he went invisible.
Okay, you've got surprises, but so do I.
Ooh, dang.
What the?
Well, that's for you.
You stupid. All I gotta do is... What? Plasma coil. If you hadn't noticed, this electric biz is kind of my thing. Oh man! That was tough.
Oh, he's done. Oh, okay.
Looks like we're kicking off this year with a bang.
Hold on. Okay, I was about to see if I missed anything with that explosion, but no, he's just gone. But they did get rid of some of his spider sense moments. I was like, he should have dodged that.
Looks like we're kicking off this year with a bang.
But overall,
Poor Miles,
yeah.
though.
Honestly,
I
I'm
chose
surprised how
Static
this
Shock
turned
too.
out. At first glance, Miles appeared to have a good chance of victory.
He was definitely physically stronger than Static. He would have totally won an arm
That
wrestling
regeneration
contest.
helps him a lot. I did
Virgil's
not know until
overwhelming
today that he can
electric power
regenerate like
put him at a
that.
level above the young Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Overall, Static's feats were way above Spidey's, even when we scaled Miles to classic Peter Parker's biggest feats. Static definitely had the oomph to take Miles out, but Miles had no easy way to get around his force field.
That's what I was
The
saying
variety
earlier. I
of
said
techniques at Static's
it's going to
disposal
take a
also
moment. It's going to take
rendered
a
many
while
of Spider-Man's abilities moot.
for Spider-Man
Like
to
how
even try to
Spidey's
get close to him,
invisibility didn't
if
matter
he
when
ever
Static
can.
could light him up like a Christmas tree.
If he makes
And
that
his
force
speed
field.
was so similar to what the Spider Sense could give Miles that the Super Radar wasn't that big of a help. Remember, just because he knew an attack was coming didn't always mean he could dodge it in time.
And, well, shockingly, Static only needed to hit him once. See, his electromagnetic manipulation gave him control over Miles' wall crawling and other abilities.
That was clever,
As soon
I
as he
like
got a
that.
hold of Miles' bioelectric aura, it was basically all over.
But hey, Miles and all the other Spider-Men fight Electro all the time, and they have no problem dealing with him. Why was Static any different?
Simply put, every iteration of Electro pales in comparison. He has no feats of power that come even close to Static, and frankly, he's an idiot. This was a fascinating matchup,
Facts.
but oh no, not again!
Yay! Mr. Morales put up a jolly good show, and yet Mr. Hawkins had him outdone in breathtaking power, stalwart defense, and veritable versatility.
Oh, he was just miles ahead of him, don't you know?
The victor is Static.
All right. Both are amazing, though. Honestly, Static Shock wouldn't have killed him, but this is Death Battle. What year was this? Because in that animation, it must have been older. Oh, just 5 years ago. Okay. What was that one I watched of Miles Morales before in Death Battles? Who was he facing? I forgot, but that animation was really good. It was something recent. I think it was an anime character. It was Miles Morales versus a certain anime character. I cannot remember. Who was that? It was somebody. I cannot remember who it was. That animation was really good, though. But anyway, shout out to Death Battles. Both are cool. I love them both. But yeah, something in the back of my head was like, Static Shock's going to have an advantage. Yes, with the agility and all that of Spider-Man or Miles Morales, head up, like face to face, like when they was doing hand-to-hand combat, I would choose Miles. But overall, with the powers that Static Shock have, it's going to be hard for Miles to get there. And I like that they showed that. There was a couple scenes where I'm like, his spider sense should have kicked it right there. But overall, I think the result would have been the same. But anyway, let me know what you think. I'll see you later.